here in my kitchen, ready to show you guys the perfect clean bulk diet for maximum muscle and minimal body fat. So I have actually wrote down every component of what I would do for a perfect clean bulk when I'm really trying to pack on muscle mass and minimize my body fat. And I'm going through really intense training sessions. So this is going to be what I would do on a training day. Now I'm not currently bulking right now, I'm currently cutting. And I'm actually looking to just get super lean and ripped for the summertime, but I'm gonna follow a pretty close example of exactly this diet on my training days come probably October and November. So let's get into my perfect clean bulk diet. So starting off here for breakfast, so I'm just gonna kind of walk you through what I have here. I have steel cut oats. So my perfect clean bulk, I'd start off with a half cup of steel cut oats. I'd throw a banana, half a cup of blueberries, 2 tablespoons of all natural peanut butter. Let me show you what kind of peanut butter I use. So I just use this like all natural peanut butter with no sugar and fat added. I'd throw in 2 tablespoons of this. I'd throw in some honey, a couple tablespoons of hemp seeds, and I would have 2 scoops of some Combat protein powder. So right there, that has 1,000 calories and it's really quick. The whole thing about breakfast is I wake up and I don't want to have to spend a bunch of time cooking. So the steel cut oats, these are the quick oats. So these only take 3 minutes. I cook it in the microwave. I put my protein powder in a shaker cup. Obviously, egg whites and whole eggs are a really good source of protein too. But I just don't want to spend all that time cooking in the morning, and I typically work out really early in the morning or first thing after breakfast. So this allows me to get in 1,000 really high quality calories and then just get out the door, hit the gym for my workout. And don't mind me guys, I'm also just cooking a little fish here. Just actually doing some low carb cooking right now. So I'm gonna have a bunch of wild caught cod, and I have little avocado action right here. So I'm just gonna have some chopped avocado and some cod. Threw some Indian curry seasoning on there, so trying to multitask and take care of my lunch while I share the clean bulk diet with you guys. Just gonna turn that down. So we have breakfast. Now after breakfast I would typically hit the gym. What I would do is during my workout, I love doing this when I'm bulking up. I'll mix my pre-workout, so I'll do something like NitroFlex, or I'll make my own, and I'll mix it with Gatorade, and I'll also throw some branched chain amino acids in there. So I started taking this pre-workout as well, Mr. Hyde. Super strong, it's got a ton of caffeine, so I don't necessarily recommend it for when you're bulking, but I'll always mix my pre-workout in with some carbs, because when you're bulking, you don't want to take pre-workout on an empty stomach or without some carbs in your system, because you don't want to stimulate your metabolism too much. So I will do that little combination. So we're already at 1,200 calories, and now it's that happy time for the post-workout mass builder. So this is my recipe for my post-workout mass builder. We have 2 cups chocolate almond milk, 2 tablespoons coconut oil, 2 tablespoons chia seeds, and I have those right here. Awesome source of healthy fats, omega-3s. I'll throw in 1 frozen banana, 1 scoop of protein powder, 5 grams of creatine, and a 1/4 cup of maltodextrin powder. So let me just show you what I do for that. So this maltodextrin powder is really cheap to pick up off Amazon. So I'll just throw in 1/4 cup of maltodextrin powder. And that post-workout mass builder right there is about 1,100 calories. So we're already at 2,300 calories and we're not even close to done. Next up, we have our afternoon snack. Now this is one of my favorite snacks. It's really clean, it's delicious, and it's gonna pack in a bunch of antioxidants. So what I do is I just pack these in little bags. I'll have some raw almonds and some goji berries. So I'll mix these 2 together. Now, if you guys want to spice it up a little bit, you could get the chocolate almonds or the different flavored almonds. But you want to have 1 big serving of goji berries, which is going to give you some protein, antioxidants, vitamin A, vitamin C. This stuff right here is a bodybuilding superfood, along with the raw almonds that are really rich in protein and magnesium and healthy fats. So this is a little 400 calorie, high quality snack right here. And next up, we have our lunch. Now, this is gonna typically be a couple hours after our workout. So you notice everything too is speed. We had a really quick breakfast, we got done working out, and we made a mass builder in the blender, and then we have an afternoon snack that requires no cooking. Now for lunch, we wanna hit some heavy, high quality carbs. So this is when we have our whole grain pasta, we have our brown rices, things like this. So we have whole wheat pasta, we have our brown rices, sweet potatoes, another perfect carb source. And then I'll pair this with either a half pound of grass-fed beef or a half pound of really lean turkey meat. And another thing to add in more calories is I'll make a really high calorie bodybuilding pasta. So I'll add in some organic tomato sauce. I'll add in 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And that alone right there packs in 1,000 quality calories for lunch. And once in a while, I like to kind of apply like an 80-20 rule where 80% of my diet will be really clean and then 10 to 20% it'll basically be like a somewhat healthy cheat food. So once in a while, I'll have one of these for dessert. So I'll have like a Lenny and Larry's birthday cake or Snickerdoodle complete cookie, 2 of my favorite flavors right here. So those are, I'll have these occasionally once in a while. I'll have them after I work out. Sometimes I'll have them for breakfast when I'm really on the go. So, you know, keep it fun. You guys are bulking, so you can have a somewhat fun calorie surplus, but we want to minimize our body fat. So this is exactly what this little plan is going to do. So we are on to, let's see here. So we had our late lunch and now we're on to dinner. Now for dinner, I typically like to have fish. I absolutely love salmon. I love tilapia. I love cod right here that is burning on my frying pan. And I love all sources of fish. It's a really high quality source of protein. So something like salmon or cod with some veggies and olive oil, it's a really nutrient dense, protein packed meal. It's gonna be about 600 to 700 calories. And late at night, keep in mind, we're trying to minimize our body fat. So that's why I went really heavy on the carbohydrates for breakfast and post-workout and lunch. And now I'm really starting to lower my carbohydrate totals later in the day. So that's why dinner, we have salmon, some olive oil, some veggies, kind of like a bodybuilding Mediterranean diet meal. And then late night, about an hour before I would go to bed, I would have a 3 to 4 egg omelet where I'd throw in some chicken, some turkey, some beef. I'd crack 3 or 4 eggs over it, and I basically would have a high protein, healthy fat omelet. Once again, I would keep my carbohydrate totals fairly low. So just looking at this total meal plan for the day, so we had 1,000 calories for breakfast. We had 200 calories for our intra workout with our Gatorade, so we're 1,200. Our post-workout shake was 1,100, so we're 2,300. And then we had a snack for the almonds and goji berries, we're at 2,700. Then we had our lunch with 1,000 calories with our pasta and our beef and all that good stuff. That's 3,700 calories. For dinner, we had the salmon, the veggies, the olive oil. That's 4,300 calories. And then late night, we had our egg omelet, which is another 400 calories. So that is 4,700 calories right there. And that was what I would constitute a clean bulk for maximum muscle and minimal body fat for a really serious hard gainer between maybe 160 and 190 pounds. You might want to taper the calories down a little bit if you guys are like 135, 140, because that is a lot of calories. And I also hope I shed some light on how easy it is to get in a ton of calories and reach a healthy calorie surplus being a naturally skinny guy. So that is my perfect bulk for maximum muscle and minimal body fat. My fish is done. Lunch is ready. Hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Hopefully gave you guys some ideas on how you can set up your bulk, pack on those slabs of lean muscle mass this bulking season. If you guys are looking for more great tips on how to bulk up and gain lean muscle mass, head on over to weightgainmethod.com. See you there, guys. What you have to keep in mind is everything that you put in your body, there are anabolic consequences to it. You're either going to be increasing your anabolic hormones or decreasing your anabolic hormones with whatever you put in your mouth.